everything was going well till class 7. But in 2020, suddenly everything turned upside down in my life. तब मेरे लिए मेरी मम्मी सब कुछ थी, but YouTube videos बनाना पूरी तरह से बंद हो गया था. There are a lot of people out there who are struggling to communicate with others in English. तो मैंने सोचा मुझे तो इतना स्ट्रगल नहीं करना पड़ा इंग्लिश सीखने के लिए. So why don't I share my journey with others? अगर आपको इंग्लिश बोलना है तो आप
अंग्रेजी में बात करो बिना डरे बिना शर्माए. डाउनलोड जोश टॉक्स इंग्लिश स्पीकिंग ऐप.
Hello everyone, I'm Adrija Biswas. I am 14 years old and I study in class 9. And I come from the state of West Bengal. ये वही स्टेज है जहाँ ग्रेट पर्सनालिटीज़ आके उनके लाइफ जर्नीज शेयर किए हैं. और ये मेरे लिए एक बहुत बड़ा सक्सेस है कि मुझे इस स्टेज में कुछ बोलने का मौका मिला है. Presently, I have a YouTube channel named Lively Life with over 2 lakh subscribers, जहाँ मैं mainly English related videos upload करती हूँ. And this journey didn't happen in just 2 or 6 months. I had to work for 5 whole years to achieve these number of subscribers. I started my YouTube journey from when I was 8 years old. Actually, I loved teaching from my childhood. At that time, when other kids of my age loved to play with toys, I loved to play with books. And my students were my parents. When I was in class 4, एक दिन जब मैं स्कूल से घर वापस आई, तब मैंने देखा कि मेरे पेरेंट्स मेरे लिए एक वाइट बोर्ड और कुछ बोर्ड पेन्स खरीद कर लाए थे. That was one of the best gifts I have ever got. I was too excited. My parents told me that I'd be able to teach real students from now on. I became curious and asked them how, and they replied that they were going to upload my teaching lessons on YouTube, where people from all over the world would be able to watch them. तो उस दिन मैंने मेरे फर्स्ट एवर एजुकेशनल वीडियो YouTube पर अपलोड किए. एंड आई रिमेंबर कि मुझे उस वीडियो को 2 बार रिकॉर्ड करना पड़ा था. एंड देन वी अपलोडेड द वीडियो. कुछ दिन बाद उस वीडियोस में व्यूज़ आने लगे and a lot of positive comments also began to come that inspired me a lot. So starting from that day, on each and every Sunday, I started to make an educational video. And soon it turned into one of my hobbies. Actually, I loved this idea a lot. I could make a video sitting at the corner of my home and people from all over the world would be able to watch it. How exciting, isn't it? This is the magic of YouTube. A lot of people have often asked me that why am I wasting my time by making this kind of educational videos? It will hamper my studies. But believe me, making YouTube videos never actually hampers my studies. In fact, it benefits me a lot. I am making YouTube videos because my parents spotted that capacity in me. So I'd like to request each and every parent out there, recognize the talent your child has. Do not burden them with your dreams. Because if my parents hadn't spotted this capacity in me, then probably I would not be doing what I'm doing right now. Whatever, everything was going well till class 7. But in 2020, suddenly everything turned upside down in my life. In November 2020, suddenly my mom had a brain stroke. तब मेरे लिए मेरी मम्मी सब कुछ थी, पढ़ाई से शुरू करके सब कुछ. मैं मेरी मम्मी के बिना कुछ नहीं कर सकती थी. Suddenly, I became alone. सब कुछ बंद हो गया. YouTube वीडियो से सब कुछ. I used to do the online classes of my school, but I couldn't concentrate on my studies. Approximately after 2 months, हम मेरी मम्मी के साथ घर वापस आए. भगवान की कृपा से मम्मी ठीक होने लगी थी, बट यूट्यूब वीडियोस बनाना पूरी तरह से बंद हो गया था. Actually, behind every video, we three work as a team. My mom, my dad, and me. So when my mom was unwell, I couldn't think of making any YouTube videos. My channel's views started to decrease. Approximately after 7 to 8 months, my mom started to recover and we again started to make YouTube videos. जब मैं फिर से वीडियोस बनानी शुरू की, तब मैंने रियलाइज़ किया कि मैं पहले से बहुत ज़्यादा मैच्योर्ड हो गई थी. शायद इस कठिन समय ने मुझे स्ट्रॉन्गर और इतना मैच्योर्ड बना दिया था. I again started making videos with a new hope. अभी तक मैं साइंस और मैथ्स का ही वीडियोस बनाती थी, बट मेरा मीडियम ऑफ टीचिंग हमेशा ही इंग्लिश था. Now I started to realize that there are a lot of people out there who are struggling to communicate with others in English. Even there are a lot of people who have completed their graduation but cannot speak in English fluently. तो मैंने सोचा मुझे तो इतना स्ट्रगल नहीं करना पड़ा इंग्लिश सीखने के लिए. So why don't I share my journey with others so that it benefits people who are actually struggling? In our country, English is taught from class 1 to class 12 and it is compulsory in most of the schools. But I feel very sad to think that even after learning English for 12 whole years, many people are still not able to communicate in English. Why does this happen? It's because these schools and colleges mainly focus on improving our knowledge of English. I'm not saying that grammar and vocabulary are not important. Of course, they are very, very important. But I think the first step needed to communicate with others must be listening and then speaking. अगर आपको इंग्लिश बोलना है तो आपको रेगुलरली इंग्लिश सुनना भी पड़ेगा. और बहुत सारे अदर मीडियम स्कूल्स में मैंने देखा है, जैसे कि हिंदी मीडियम स्कूल्स में इंग्लिश उनके ओन नेटिव लैंग्वेज में सिखाया जाता है. So it is just my opinion, but I think that the procedure of teaching English to students in schools should be changed. अगर हम इस प्रोसीड्यूर को चेंज करें और लिसनिंग और स्पीकिंग में ज़्यादा फोकस करें, so I think we would be able to communicate with others much more easily. I'm saying this confidently because I also learned English in the same way. I learned English by listening and speaking. I never had an English environment at my home. My parents made me watch English cartoons. At first, I couldn't understand them, but after a few weeks, I felt comfortable while watching them in English. And that is how my listening skills improved. When I was 4 years old, I took an admission to an English medium school. And there I used to talk in English with my friends, and that is where my speaking skills improved. So see, I have learned English by just listening and speaking. मैं मेरी इंग्लिश लर्निंग जर्नी ग्रामर से नहीं शुरू की. I learned grammar a lot later at my school. So if you are a beginner, then I would like to suggest you 3 steps for starting your practice in English speaking. The main 3 steps are, the first one is listening, the second one is speaking, and the third one is reading. Okay, I learned English just in the same way: listening, speaking, and reading. So first, listening. You can start your listening practice in any way you want. There are a lot of materials available on the internet. Just pick one. वो एक मोटिवेशनल वीडियो भी हो सकता है, इंग्लिश न्यूज़ हो सकता है, कार्टून्स हो सकता है, मूवी, एनीथिंग. but remember to watch that in English. And practice this regularly. Consistency बहुत important होता है अगर आपको एक new language सीखना है तो. So practice this regularly. You can start it with anything. आपको जो पसंद है आप वो सुनिए. But start it from today. There is no tomorrow in learning. Start it from today. Number 2 is speaking. Speaking के लिए आपको अगर कोई पार्टनर हो तो आप उसके साथ कुछ भी बात कर सकते हैं. But at first, start with short sentences. Okay? And then switch to long sentences a few days later. At first, just do not start with long sentences. Start with short sentences. It will help you. And if you don't have any speaking partner, then the mirror is always your best friend. Talk to the mirror. It is never ever going to judge you. Okay? And the last one is reading. Reading actually helped me in improving my vocabulary a lot. Reading helps in improving your vocabulary in the best way possible. You can also opt for reading if you want to improve your vocabulary at any time. So make sure to start your English practice with these 3 steps: listening, speaking, and reading. But always focus on listening and speaking the most, because a baby learns his mother tongue by these 2 steps: listening and speaking. Okay? तो यही से मैं English learning videos बनानी शुरू की. And viewers were accepting them a lot. These videos were very helpful to a lot of people. And my subscribers also started to increase. Now, I'd like to say something to all the teenagers of my age. Do not waste your time. Time को ठीक से utilize करना चाहिए. Well, our main focus should be on our education, of course. But we don't study all the time. एक दिन में 24 hours होता है और हम लगभग 8 hours के लिए सोते हैं. Well, we have the rest of the day left to ourselves. We have to utilize this time in the best way possible. You can play video games, you can watch movies if you want, but fix a time for that. Be creative. You can even start your YouTube channel if you want. Show your creativity and talent to the rest of the world. And if I can, then why can't you? So, this is my journey till now, but it is just the beginning. I have only started. I have a long way to go. All I need is your love, support, and blessings. Thank you.
अगर आप इस टॉक के एंड तक पहुंच चुके हैं तो मैं आपको जोश टॉक्स का एक दूसरा रूप भी दिखाना चाहता हूं, जिससे मैं काफ़ी देर से जुड़ा हुआ हूं और मुझे बहुत बहुत ज़्यादा पसंद है कि वो क्या कर रहे हैं. जोश टॉक्स ने एक नया ऐप लॉन्च किया है जिसका नाम है जोश स्किल्स. अब वो नया नहीं रहा, काफ़ी टाइम से है, लाखों लोग उसको अब यूज़ करते हैं. और जोश स्किल्स पे आप अपनी ज़िंदगी के लिए कोर्सेज ढूंढ सकते हैं. वो कोर्स नहीं जो आपको फिजिक्स, केमिस्ट्री, कॉमर्स, बिजनेस स्टडीज पढ़ाएंगे. वो कोर्सेज जो आपकी जिंदगी में आपको कैसे जीना चाहिए वो सिखाएंगे. मैंने खुद जो स्किल्स पे बहुत सारे कोर्सेज बनाए हैं. पब्लिक स्पीकिंग पे, इमोशनल क्राइसिस कैसे हैंडल किया जाए, अपनी पर्सनालिटी कैसे डेवलप की जाए. हर एक कोर्स में डेली क्विजेज हैं, एक्सरसाइजेज हैं, एक बहुत ही खूबसूरत कम्युनिटी है जो आपको सपोर्ट करेगी, आपको इनकरेज करेगी. आज ही डाउनलोड करें जोश स्किल्स का ऐप और उनके कोर्सेज एक्सप्लोर करके अपनी जिंदगी को आगे बढ़ाएं.